So I warmly welcome everyone again to this event, particularly all the gentlemen of the press and media representatives here present. We thank you for honoring our invite. Each time we say we invite you and we ask you to come, you always honor us and we're grateful. We appreciate you and we appreciate the coverage you give to the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation. The Nigerian Prize for Science and Innovation is an annual prize and it's aimed at stimulating science and technology development in Nigeria. By way of introductions, I would like to constitute the high table very briefly. But just to give you a little brief, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, but I'll just like to read that quickly. You may recall that the prize used to be called the Nigeria Prize for Science, but sometime last year it was renamed the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation, and essentially that was done to broaden the scope and then just encourage inclusivity, make sure that we could then have more people that have inventions, innovations, and are involved in deep research and science to be able to contribute and compete for the prize. And so that was essentially a strategic move to just make sure that we're more inclusive and we increase the scope. We also did a brand refresh earlier this year. We thank you all for helping us to publicize that. We're just re-emphasizing that again. What that has done is that we want to make sure that the brand and identity of the prize is more contemporary, it's more agile, it's more globally aligned, and has a global identity. And that's what this prize is really all about. And so, by way of introduction, my name is Iwakiri Aprioku. I'm the head of media relations and corporate communications for Nlng. And I would at this point begin to invite members of the high table who will be leading us through this event and responding to possible comments and inquiries that you may have. The 2026 edition of the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation reflects over 2 decades of pursuing answers to pressing scientific queries, propelling development, and spotlighting unsung heroes, our scientists and innovators. I'll begin by convening the high table by introducing the General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, Dr. Sophia Hosfall. She leads a team of public relations experts who manage the prize secretariat. She's a doctor of human medicine, a chartered accountant, a HR expert, and brings with her a very rich experience in corporate communications, crisis and issues management. Gentlemen and ladies, please, with a round of applause, can we welcome Dr. Sophia Hosfall, the General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development for Nlng. It is with A round of applause, please encourage her as she takes a seat, please. Thank you so much. All right. Next, I would like to invite my immediate boss, the manager, Corporate Communications and Public Affairs for Nlng, Anne-Marie Palmer Ikuku, to equally join her on the high table. For those of you who do not know, Anne-Marie almost became a career diplomat because she started her career back with the British High Commission and she maintains ties with the diplomatic relations. However, she's handled several roles in media relations and a lot of you here are quite familiar with her. She holds the revered Strategic Communications Management Professional Designation, the SCMP designation, and was part of the team that won the Global Award for Crisis Communication in 2011. Please join me in welcoming Anne-Marie to the high table. The applause is not given. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Now the prize is administered by an advisory board. They give governance and make sure that the standard of excellence is maintained for the prize. Last year, of course, you know what happened, but it's just because this prize is solely all about excellence. And leading the team of the advisory board, permit me to welcome the chairman of the advisory board for the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation, Professor Bat Inaji, CON. A round of applause, please. Professor Bat Inaji is a renowned Nigerian scientist and a professor of mechanical and industrial engineering. His research interests led him into further discoveries and studies and subsequently advanced pioneering work in artificial intelligence, robotics, and computer-aided design at MIT. He is a two-time Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and before being appointed as a Minister of Science and Technology in 1993 and later Minister of Power in 2011, he held several advisory roles to the federal government of Nigeria. He's also the founder of one of Nigeria's leading independent power transmission companies. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Professor Bat Energy, CON, please. Next on the advisory board, permit me to also invite Chief Dr. Mrs. Nike Akonde, OON, CON, to the high table. Chief Dr. Akonde is a Nigerian economist, accountant, and industrialist who served as a minister, a two-time minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria too. He was also the president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and she is the honorary life vice president of NASIMA. She's been on the board of the advisory board since 2016, and she is also the pro-chancellor of Alitia University at Galway. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Chief Dr. Mrs. Nika Akonde, OON, CON. This round of applause should please be energizing. We need to have fun today. Thank you very much. All right, and the last member of the advisory board would like to invite to the high table is Professor Yusuf Abubakar. Professor Abubakar is Professor of Animal Breeding and Quantitative Genetics, and he is the president of the Nigerian Institute of Animal Science. He is also the pro-chancellor of the Gombe State University and the pioneer executive secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to welcome Professor Yusuf Abubakar, OFR, please. As you can see, the advisory board is made up of people of no mean feat. They are distinguished personalities in society, and so please just acknowledge them one more time, please. Thank you very much. You see the reason why we have excellence as part of what drives the prize for science and innovation. Moving along, and without further ado, I'm sure we've all been here for a while. We'll try to keep things brief, but we will start off very quickly with a welcome address from the General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development. She is the reason why we're here this morning. Thank you very much.